The mother's womb is the most dangerous place in America. 1 in every 4 pregnancies end in abortion. Everyone in this class knows what abortion is, but 99% of you do not know the medical facts. I will talk to you about the different variations of executing abortion and the reasons most abortions take place. Unbeknownst to over half the class, a preborn baby is alive during all forms of abortion. Between 18 to 24 days after conception, a preborn baby's heart starts beating, in most cases before the mother even knows that she's pregnant. The baby moves his arms and legs at 6 weeks. At 43 days, his brain waves can be read. His heart is beating sturdily, and his stomach produces digestive juices, and the liver produces blood cells. The blood is surrounded by water, which is called the amniotic sac. He lives, breathes, and swims in this amniotic fluid. At 8 weeks, the baby opens his mouth and actually drinks the amniotic fluid. Tests have shown that when a needle is inserted in the amniotic sac, the point sticks the baby and it actually reacts to pain. He moves away from the needle. Further tests have shown that if sweet solution is added to the amniotic fluid, he drinks more. But if a sour or bitter solution is added, he drinks much less. At 8 weeks, the baby is completely formed, and all of his organs are functioning. He even urinates and has his very own fingertips. At this age, he does feel pain. He kicks his legs, he moves his feet, and his tiny toes and fingers are completely formed. He even makes a strong fist. At 10 weeks old, a preborn baby is completely developed. There's nothing more to be developed but, size added. Abortion occurs for many different reasons. Most people would think that abortion happens because of rape or incest or medical reasons, but that is a false notion. Only 0.3% of abortions actually happen because of rape, 0.3% because of incest, and 0.2% because of medical reasons. There were actually 480 physicians that signed a public declaration stating that this is an actual quote, "I agree that there is never a situation in the law or in the ethical practice of medicine where a preborn child's life need be intentionally destroyed by procured abortion for the purpose of saving the life of the mother." Now, there are a number of different ways to execute abortion, and I will talk to you about most of the common forms of abortion. The first one is dilation and evacuation, which is performed between 13 and 20 weeks after conception and can be used up to 28 weeks. At this stage of pregnancy, the fetus's tendons and muscles and bones are mostly developed. And in D&E abortion, forceps are inserted into the uterus and forcibly dismember the fetus. And this is talking about the first type of abortion. And the pieces are removed one by one. The larger fetuses at that stage must have their skulls crushed so the pieces can actually pass through the cervix. Suction aspiration, another form, is performed between 6 to 12 weeks after conception. This is where the cervix is dilated and the hollow plastic tube with a sharp tip is inserted into the cervix and then in the uterus. The actual tip is attached to the tube and tears apart the fetus and then sucks the destroyed body apart and up into the tube so it is no longer in the uterus. Partial birth abortion, which is actually illegal, but in some cases happens with doctors who aren't completely honest as far as medical laws are concerned, but you can legalize it by actually using a form of poison so that the baby is no longer living and there's no longer a heartbeat. But this type of abortion is performed in the late second or third trimester, which is practically right before the baby is ready to be born. Forceps are inserted into the uterus, grasp the fetus's legs, and the fetus is delivered breech while the head remains inside the birth canal. Using a blunt-tipped surgical scissor, the base of the skull is pierced, and a suction catheter is inserted to extract the contents of the skull. This causes the skull to collapse, and the dead fetus is then fully delivered. Despite the laws, like I said before, it still is performed. In 2007, a partial birth abortion ban act was passed, only allowing that form of abortion to be used if there was poison prior to it. In conclusion, there's a lot more to abortion than just being a quick fix to a problem or a mistake someone has made or a solution to an inconvenience. I hope I was able to inform you about all the details about abortion and the medical terms. I actually know a few women who have had abortions, and they were not fully aware of all of the details and the different ways that abortion can take place and about the formations of the child. Most doctors actually require the person to go through a class or look through pamphlets or watch a movie about the actual formation and the biological and medical facts about the babies, but most of them were not even aware about it. So before you form an opinion about abortion or think about having one, think about all I've shared with you today and go research for yourself so you're fully informed. Thank you.